Tales of Albion. Follow the Heroes Guild. Graduation Day. Today, I graduate from the Heroes Guild. My wife gave me this journal so I can capture my thoughts and record my adventures. The graduation was to be held in the Chamber of Fate. Instead, and rightly so, I think, it was in the courtyard memorializing the heroes who died when Jack attacked Albion. I was so young then. When the hero emerged from the fight, I was watching from the crowd. He defined what a hero was. Strong, resolute, and brave. I told my father I would be a hero. He tried to talk me out of it, but I left for the guild a few days later. I tried everything to be noticed. I cleaned practice arenas, I fetched apples, I delivered supplies from Bowerstone, where I met my future wife. Finally, the guild master approached me and asked why I wanted to be a hero. I told him I wanted to help Albion. My parents were apprehensive, but the guild master spoke with them and they relented. I could begin guild training. For years, I learned everything I could. Now those labors are over and my real work has begun. Back from Oakvale. Back from a quest in Oakvale where I dealt with a group of pirates. It's strange that bandits on land are reviled while those at sea make women swoon. It was exciting to visit the birthplace of the Jack Slayer. I wish I could say I enjoyed Oakvale. I was walking toward the tavern when a rock hit me in the back of the head. I turned around to see who threw it, but no one was looking at me. Later, the tavern owner explained that some people don't respect heroes anymore. A couple years back, around harvest, another hero came through, got drunk, and set fire to a whole row of houses. Heroes haven't really been welcome here since. Not everyone was cold to me, though. Some, mostly shopkeepers, were eager for my gold, and a married couple with a family in the guild invited me to stay in their home for dinner. But the animosity from the others is something I never expected. I still believe that the heroes are well regarded by most people. Surely the others will just come around on time. And happy news, I'll soon be a father. My training didn't prepare me for this. Father is ill. I returned to the guild for work and a reunion with my wife. More troubles on the way. I came across a crowd listening to a man shouting slanders against the guild. Others handed out leaflets saying that the heroes are worse than outlaws, that we think we're above the law. I talked to a few in the crowd. A shopkeeper from Knothole Glade told me about a hero who robbed her. A traveling merchant showed me his scars from when a hero failed to protect him on the barrow fields. With Jack gone, people say there really is no need for heroes anymore. I reminded them that most heroes serve others, but all I got was angry words in return. One merchant was hawking the oddest invention, a hand cannon that fires a small lead bullet. Many people were interested, but no buyers. This firearm is far too expensive for villagers. I don't imagine much will come of it. When I met my wife at Bowerstone, I also met sad news. My father is gravely ill. Tomorrow we head to Gibbet Woods to see him. Death and life. My father has died. His passing was peaceful. He'd been sick since last harvest. My wife helped mother while I spent days by my father's side. Father told me how worried he was. He'd seen a growing resentment of heroes. The villagers think the guards never took strong enough action against heroes known to be dishonest. Eventually, my father said, people will have their fill of heroes. That was why he didn't want me at the guild. Mother told me later that father stood up for me when others, even old friends, spoke out against heroes. I'm seeing more of those firearms on villagers' belts as of late. We buried father on the small hill behind the house. He handled his death, just like in the tales, when Nostro, with Scythe by his side, was calm and content in the face of death. In mourning, we greeted a new life. My wife gave birth to a healthy, beautiful daughter. If only her grandfather could have helped. worrying and waiting. I am frustrated by the way the Guildmaster has handled the disrespect for heroes. Months have passed and still he refuses to step in. He reassures us that it'll all pass. Heroes, he says, have been following their destiny to good or evil for decades, and people have never complained before. At least not this loudly. I can't tell what he's thinking. He seemed so wise when I first started here. He's more cautious now. A few heroes are eager to slit throats, the rest are trying to hold them back. With the threat of violence at Bowerstone, I've arranged for my wife and daughter to stay here. They're both shaken by what is happening. My wife has lost friends because I'm a hero. She wants to know what I'll do to stop this, and I don't have any answers. At least they're safe. They're sleeping now, but lately I've found it hard to sleep. A couple other heroes have said that they feel like walls are closing in on them. I feel something else, as if the whole world is set to explode. All gone. The guild is lost. This morning, a group of traveling heroes ventured through Bowerstone, unaware of the recent unrest. Fighting broke out and the guildmaster sent us to calm matters, but we were too late. Bodies were everywhere. Only 2 heroes stumbled to us. We were tending to their wounds when the mob returned, firing pistols and carrying torches. We fell back to the guild when the mob hot on our heels. Before we knew it, they had breached the guild doors. Most of us hesitated to attack the people we had sworn to protect. The mob saw our hesitation and cut us down without mercy. The last of us fled into the woods, hoping to escape under the cover of darkness. Behind us, the guild was engulfed in flames. The mob celebrated by firing their guns into the air. I sent my wife and daughter off to my mother's farm. The look in my wife's eyes. Was it fear, loneliness, anger? Now I'm alone. The fire still burns where I once lived, trained and dreamed. It's all gone. Still running. A year now since the guild was burned, and I am still running. News of what happened has affected every village I have seen. When I visit a new place, when I pass a group of villagers or enter a tavern, I feel them watching me. I feel them sizing me up. I travel in disguise. What worries me most is that the merchants and shopkeepers, they have pristine memories. I make sure never to cross paths with any who might know me from before. After the guild fell, I left off writing in this journal. Now, though, I feel a new compulsion to record what has taken place. I also shall start using pages to write to you, my dear wife. My next task will be to find someone I can trust to get these messages back to you. I know you and my father were worried about my being a hero. I know you must think your worst fears have come true, but this'll pass. Heroes have been around for centuries. I'll write when I can. I dream of you and our daughter. Kiss her for me. A winter without you. My wife. I hope this message finds you and our daughter well. It has been another winter without both of you. I feel hollow. I made it to Knothole Glade after hiding near Witchwood Lake for the winter. I've been working as a day laborer, fixing homes and building new settlements. The arena, it made me sick. They use it now to execute heroes. Some fight for their lives, but their bodies always end up on the pyre. When I smelled the smoke, it was like the guild burning all over again. There's little to stop criminals from attacking smaller towns. One night, a gang of bandits attacked the glade. If you could have seen me back then, it was like the old times. I cut them down in the blink of an eye. But when the sun came up, the villagers came out of hiding and thanked me with knives and fists. Before I could protest, they were pelting me with rocks. I couldn't bear to fight them, but I knew they'd skin me alive. So I'm hunted again. I shall write when I find a safe haven.
Yes, you!
In hiding. My love, I'm on the Hook Coast. For months I've been dodging the anti-hero crowds. They seem to be everywhere. In fact, I entered Hook Coast just a day after another mob swept through. They've taken to killing anyone who even resembles a hero. I've heard stories of people denouncing their rivals as heroes, with a will for revenge or perhaps to remove suspicion from themselves. For almost 2 years now, I have watched the people of Albion slaughter heroes and turn on each other. At first, I felt sorry for them. They were caught with their own ignorance, and now they feel as if I have been misled by my own naivety. My father saw the anger growing among the populace far clearer than I could. I have not heard from you. I have sent letters by 3 messengers in hopes that one would reach you. Please give our daughter my love. Now more than ever, make sure she does not reveal her abilities. A hero's blood flows in her veins. The mob must never learn that. Reduced to theft. I'm still on the Hook Coast, though a mob of hero hunters has recently arrived. Their numbers are smaller than before. Perhaps they're just a scouting party. I've cut my hair, I've changed my clothes, I've pawned my bow. I have almost no money. I have been reduced to theft. I travel along the shoreline, stealing clothes from laundry lines and fruit from orchards. I'm ashamed of what I must do to survive. My behavior is unworthy of a hero, and it is the sort of thing for which I would have punished others for doing. At night I can hear mobs in the distance and wonder if they are coming to punish me. I miss you both so much. I can only imagine what life is like for you back home. To my horror, I discovered my messengers' bodies had been strung up on trees. A hero worshipper banner wrapped around their corpses. Now I am out of hope. This will not pass until we are all dead. I'm heading north. A new home. No sign of hunters for months. Perhaps they're unwilling to go as far north as Snowspire. Even in midsummer, the air is crisp. For all the cold and snow, I feel at home. This is where the Jack Slayer vanquished Jack in his final form. I have a job unloading crates from the mainland ferries. I sold some of my gear and bought warm clothes. The harbor master has rented a small shack to me just outside of Snowspire. There's a little to do here, but the past few years, I prefer the quiet. I have learned to fish. It brings me a small measure of peace and puts food on my table. I've been dreaming more as of late. In my dreams, I see a time, long after we're all dead, when heroes will return. I can't see the faces of the new heroes, but I can see our legacy carried forward. I am at peace. The people here are not suspicious of heroes hiding in their midst, so I could send these directly to you. Come as soon as you can. Bring our daughter. There's a future for her here. There's a place for all of us. I will wait for you. Discovered. Very weak now. The mob found me. I was fishing by the river when I was ambushed by some scouts. They shot their rifles at me, hit me on the left side. It burns like fire. I'm back in the cabin now. Torches hitting the roof. Smoke. They're taunting me. I'm in the cellar. Dark and damp. I can smell the sea, even through the smoke. The cellar window is dirty, but I can see them. Some have masks, some wear helmets. I thought I saw you out there, but no. My mind plays tricks. You would never shout those hateful things. Would you lead the mob to my door? Oh, my beautiful baby girl. I had hoped to see you. Now they've taken everything from me. But I still believe. The world needs heroes. Just not this one. I'm not afraid anymore. They've broken through the door. It won't be long now. Thank you all for watching, everybody. I'm Scythe18. This was a 2-part series on the lore from Fable. This is the Tales of Albion. The pauses, and then when I say something, that's me saying what the next chapter is. Link in the description for the thing that I'm reading. Thank you all for watching. See you next time.